No.
Bitch! And welcome to Level Locked,
Whoa,
the
whoa,
locked of
whoa!
the level.
You're not the guy that had a bunch of beers.
Jesus. Welcome
You're
everybody
fucking
to
drunk.
the Level Unlock Podcast, episode 18. I believe that's what we're called, is the Level Unlock Podcast, yes. Pretty
And
sure.
it is episode 18.
It is episode 18, so we're getting off to a rocky start, but what podcast isn't off to a rocky start whenever you try to get it going,
We've only done this for 18 episodes.
Yeah, only for 4 months, but
Yeah, so
nevertheless.
Yeah, Jesus, we started like right over around the beginning of the year.
Yeah, we
a little
did.
bit after. Wow. Yeah, because it was still snowing on the ground.
It sure was. It was February. And I remember,
Shit.
James, you messaged me and said, hey, let's do a podcast, and I was like, that's fucking hilarious. I was literally thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
So what's up, James? How is everything going? How was your week? How was life, sir?
We should note that it is the James and Jeremy show today.
Oh, it is, yes.
Jeff is out. Holy shit, we could have called this 3Js. We could have called the show the 3J show.
3Js and some coffee. Yes, for those who...
No, 3Js Grace.
3Js Grace, that's fucking amazing. Yes, for those who didn't realize, and we didn't even introduce ourselves, we're so off tempo right now, it's not even funny.
We are fucking joke right now.
Start it over. Okay. Anyways, no, I'm just kidding.
Run it back.
Run it back, guys. End stream, start it up. Boom, welcome to Level Unlock Podcast, episode 18. I am Jeremy, Captain Geach in the flesh, Captain_Geach15, on the Twitch, the YouTube, the Twitter, Captain Geach15, on the Instagram. Mr. Splash Screen Gaming, Jeffrey Schroeder, is not with us tonight. He is out.
Busy having a life.
Yes, he is out having fun, having a real life. He will be back presumably next week to keep rocking with us. But until then, it is the inaugural Jeremy and James going back to episode 1.
So here we go. All right, so you and I have done 2 shows now.
Yes.
Me and Jeff have done 2 shows. Now you and Jeff need to do a show.
Yeah, I know. That'd be interesting.
I need to miss a week.
One day. James is the all-star here. He has not missed any weeks.
I have not,
he is the motherfucking MVP, perfect attendance record.
You know
Mr. People I Hate Studios next to myself. And now, James, how was your week?
Oh boy, was it a week. Well, what did I do this week? Most of the week is a complete fucking blur because it just kind of happened. I didn't really play much, like games wise.
Yeah.
I went down to Cranberry for work.
How was that?
So that was fun. I was there. I went down Friday night. That was about an hour and a half drive. I went down there Friday night. Brought my Switch. Brought a book. Brought my computer. All this kind of shit. And yeah, so that was a fun thing. I expected to be in like my room the entire time and not socialize at all with my coworkers from other stores, but I ended up actually socializing with a healthy majority of them.
So what did you learn that you didn't already know? Anything?
It was just some stuff. Yeah, pretty much. What I did learn though is that one of my new friends, Todd is his name, was a professional wrestler.
Did he say what his name was?
No, no, but it was like a small, like really indie, like Territory Days-esque indie.
Nice. Was he older?
No, he's like 28, I think.
Oh,
he's like 28. But yeah, it was like a really independent thing.
Nice.
Down in like the West Virginia, Western PA kind of area. We were just shooting the shit, and he was telling me about how he broke his back.
I was gonna say, why did he stop? Which that makes sense.
Well, no, he still wrestled after that.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah, he stopped because he's working at Best Buy part-time, and then he's full-time at Petco. So he's kind of really busy, and the company that he worked for dissolved into a
Ah,
different company and became a different company.
I got you.
And he was like, "Yeah, no, it's
I'm good now.
I might come back one day."
How old was he? Older? Or is he kind of our age?
Like our age, I would say like 20, mid to late 20s.
Nice. That's awesome.
So the way he broke his back was super fucking metal. All right. So he showed me the video of it too, and I was like, "Oh fuck!" So he was doing a cage match
Jesus
with a guy.
Christ.
So
It's gonna be
really,
cringy.
First off, Todd broke the other dude's ribs in like 5 minutes. Broke the other guy's ribs.
It's fucking like a
like
personal or
5 minutes into
something.
the match. 5 minutes into the match. So he goes up. He's on the cage. This is like 10 minutes into the match. He's up on the cage, and the other guy goes to like pull him down. And what was supposed to happen was they were supposed to do he was supposed to do a superplex off the top of the cage. So the suplex where you lift the guy up and slam him down like that.
Yeah,
backwards.
and you all land. You land on each other's. You land on your backs consecutively.
Yeah, he was supposed to do that off the top of the cage into the ring.
Okay.
That didn't work out. Ended up being into the the electric chair.
Yeah.
So where the dude's like has another guy like with his legs dangling in front of him, and like almost like what you would do to your kid. You would just like carry him around.
Yeah.
Like that. Yeah. So they're both hanging onto the cage, and the one guy goes backwards. He pushes off the cage, and he stops himself for a second. And Todd lets go of the cage, and he starts falling backwards. Then the guy lets go of the cage. Todd kind of spins. He lands on his back, and then the guy lands on top of him. Todd's legs were ended up scrunching.
Basically, where he was they touched his head.
Pretty much, yeah.
So his body was almost like folded in half.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh.
So he broke his back. I think it was like a vertebrae or something. Or no, two of his vertebrae fused together.
Ouch.
And I think he broke a vertebrae in his back. Continued for another 20 minutes.
I was like, I'm gonna guess he probably got up and kept going.
20 fucking minutes. He was still wrestling.
It's gonna be so much pain.
I'm like, oh yeah, I can't even imagine.
That's rough.
So yeah, I got to meet him. He's a pretty cool dude. He also streams on occasion, sometimes, not really much anymore.
Nice. I remember when I went to one of my Geek Squad manager meetings. We got a couple new managers, and one of them was actually like a prodigy quarterback at Pittsburgh, at Pitt.
Wow. Yeah.
He got drafted in like one of the late rounds, like the last rounds into the NFL by the Cleveland Browns.
Really?
It wasn't in the actual draft, like that's televised draft. It was like after the fact.
The shit that you would see on the NFL Network.
Exactly. So he got drafted by the Browns. Played actually with, remember, you know who Johnny Manziel is?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know Johnny Manziel, Texas A&M.
Yep. So he actually played with him. It was the same year, the same season.
Oh, that's cool.
He played with him. Unfortunately, it didn't work out, so he ended up getting cut.
Yeah.
And now he's a Geek Squad manager at one of the stores in Pittsburgh.
That's cool.
Yeah, so that was kind of cool. One of the GMs, hilarious. So at our Geek Squad manager meetings, they have two GMs there that kind of like run it in a sense, on top of what Tim Williams goes over. Mm-hmm. Just to kind of give them like training practice outside of their store. And so the one guy is a huge Pitt fan. And he knew exactly who he was. And so after our manager meeting, he was like, he walked up to him and was like, dude, can I get a picture? Like, he was just fanboying.
That's cool.
I was like, that's hilarious. Yeah, he didn't try. doing any of the other footballs like at CFL or anything like that. He just
Yeah.
kind of did his own thing. Um, so that was kind of cool. So what else we got?
Um. Yeah, that's honestly, like, that's pretty much it. Like I said, I was planning on just, like, playing some games. Oh, I ended up finishing my at least the first initial draft of the Katamari Damacy rerolled review. I have that, I think, scheduled to come out. I can't read my fucking handwriting. 12, 13, 14, the 15th of this month. That's the plan. I'm gonna probably review it with a few people, take a look at it, see what other people think, and go from there.
How long is it?
I clocked it. I did a dry read of it, with no footage or anything. It was about 8 minutes or so.
Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad at all.
Yeah, it's like 6 pages, I think.
Really?
7 pages.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so I did that a little bit. I bought a Nintendo Switch dock.
A what?
A Nintendo Switch dock to connect it to a TV.
Doesn't it come with that?
Yeah, but I didn't have it when I was at the hotel room.
Ah, so
So
you just went and bought one.
I went and bought one with the intent of returning it afterwards, but I threw out my receipt and I didn't want to be a dick.
Of course you did.
So, guess I have another one.
You work at Best Buy. Why don't you just... Oh, you didn't buy it at Best Buy, did you?
No, I did.
Ah, okay, I was going to say. You just
I
want to
did.
be that guy.
I don't want to be that guy.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I just don't want to be that guy. It's, you know, kind of a faux pas, if you will. Other than that, yeah, like I said, I mean, I haven't really done much. Oh, Tuesday, I went over to a buddy's house to help him out with his podcast.
Oh, yeah, how'd that
set
go?
that up. Great. He has a nice setup, down in his basement. He uploaded his first podcast now.
Nice.
So that's really cool. It's called Steelers by the Lake. It's all about the Pittsburgh Steelers.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So good.
Congratulations, sir. To him on his podcast. Hopefully it goes well. I'm guessing it's just about just sports, like by the Pittsburgh Steelers and like their season and stuff.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool. I like that.
A whole roadmap set up, like what he's gonna do, and he's really like on point. He knows what he's going to do, like what he plans his schedule to be, everything, and like what he plans to do, especially during like the preseason and stuff like that. Go down and see some games.
That's awesome. Is he gonna do like recaps of the games and stuff, like actual games?
I think so. I don't know yet though.
That's kind of cool.
We'll see once the season hits.
Well, good shit. Good for him.
Yeah.
Good for him. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So Walker, how's your week been?
It's been going pretty good. Been messing around with some random GTA servers.
Yeah, I know. I saw you messaging one day on Discord while I was in Cranberry. I kept getting notifications on my phone.
Well, I won't go into depth into that one, but hang on a second.
Okay. I still need I don't know how if I want to get into really get into those GTA stuff though, because I don't know, it was fun a little bit that we played.
Oh, it definitely was. We gotta get a whole team. We gotta get a team on. Like me and Fladry played a bunch. Not a bunch, probably like once. It's not a bunch. we played once this week, but
we played a bunch. I mean once.
Some of the missions though, oh my god, they are so hard without 4 people.
Oh, I bet.
So we definitely gotta get a team on one of these days this week. Rather it be me, you, him, Schroeder, whoever it is. It's I think that'll be super fun. But I've been doing some of the role playing servers. I found one because it's different, because when you go to a different role play outside of like the one that Mark and them are doing, each one's set up different. Like in Mark's, there is a job, like there's a job center where you go to like the job center and you apply.
Yeah.
And these other ones you don't. Like I found one of them. I had to message somebody. I'm pretty sure it was like some high school kid.
Okay.
So I posted in. I'm part of like four new Discords now.
Oh, good.
So I posted in the one. I was like, how do you get a job or do anything in this in this role playing server? Like I've been searching and I can't.
How do I do literally anything?
That's what I literally posted that. And I was like, the only thing that shows up on my map is gas stations. And I was like, what am I doing wrong? And so some kid started messaging me, some person, and kind of telling me, he was like, so you can be a CO, which is a corrections officer, and you don't have to apply for it. You just got to change your name to have like whatever, and wear the uniform, and then you're good. And I was like, okay, but how do you actually apply? And he was like, well, then you have to go to the website and apply, and then you have to have an interview. I was like, okay, that makes sense. And he's like, but if you just want to be a CO, you don't have to apply. And I was like, okay, but what about any other job outside of a cop? And he was like, well, every other job is a straight RP. And I was like, well, what do you mean? And he was like, there is no actual jobs. You just role play whatever job you want.
I get you, yeah. Okay.
And I was like, he's like, the only thing you can't role play a hitman. So you can't just go around killing people saying that you're a hitman. I was like, okay, that makes sense.
Oh, that's lame.
And he was like, every other job is literally completely role play. So you're either a cop or you're somebody else. Which I feel that's how the majority of these servers are anyways. It's one or the other, so.
Yeah, I think so too.
So I found another one. The other one actually has jobs. Like the one, because it's not whitelisted. The one that I found that didn't have any jobs. It's 64-person one, but you basically go on and just kind of start doing whatever. And it's not the whole map. They section it off to different parts. And that actually has the bottom that, okay, we're role playing in this area now. Now we switched it when we're role playing in this area. So instead of having the whole entire game open, they have it minimized to little counties like South Los Santos over by the docks, up middle of Los Santos where Michael lives, the very top of Los Santos where like on the other side of the mountain range. So throughout the day they'll switch locations so everybody then goes to that area instead of having a whole wide open map. And I don't know if that's normal.
No, it's not.
So because the one day I didn't realize it at first. So I go in downtown. There's no cars, nothing. There's not even people walking around. Like just bots. I'm like,
this is weird.
I was like, this is strange. And then I see area of roleplay, and it showed this place that's kind of like in the middle of the map on the mountain range, and I'm like, okay, so they section it off.
I guess that makes it better for like if you want like a quick kind of thing.
Yeah.
Because like everyone's kind of in like the same area, so you don't have to go across the map or anything like that.
Yeah, but it gets really clustered though too doing that. Like I seen one where there was like 20 cops literally around one area.
Oh. Yeah.
So I applied for another one. It's a 32-person server. That one is whitelisted. Still haven't quite figured that one out yet, but they have websites and shit, which I'm assuming I just apply for these jobs, but
oh yeah.
I'm like
exactly.
I got to get out of the mindset of like Marks where they have 20,000 jobs where not all of them are like that.
No.
So the one, it was actually funny. So the one I was in the other day, I saw some random guy shooting. I already told you the story, but I'll tell everyone else just for the fun of it. But so I saw some random guy shooting. So then I decided to run him over, kind of helping the cops. I'm not a police officer, mind you. So I run him over. I'm pretty sure I killed him. I might not have, but so I turn back around stupidly, drive back, and there's like 8 people literally standing in the road, and they're all shooting at my car. They disable my car, and all of a sudden they're like, "Get him out of the car! Get him in that car! Handcuff him! Like, take him! Put him in the back of the van!" So they take my character, throw me in the back of a van. And they were like, "Well, where's your cell phone?" I'm like, "I don't have one." "Where's your ID?" "I don't have one." "Do you have a gun?" "No." Because at this point, I have no idea what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And I was like, and it was like, "Well, where's any of your stuff?" I'm like, "I got robbed." And they're like, "What do you mean you got robbed?" The guy who ran you over robbed me, put me in his car, and told me to drive. That was like my role play. Somehow, I adopted a Chinese accent. So the whole time I'm like, "Me no have car, like me not run you over. Some guy kidnapped me and put me in the car and told me to drive back. Like, please let me go. I did nothing wrong. I'm a nice guy." Like,
I'm a nice guy.
why I started doing a Chinese accent, I don't know. And so they take me, they put me on the ledge of a building. Like, "You see this?" I'm like, "Oh, nice view, but please don't drop me." And so, so they were like, "You mess with us, this is what happens. You get the consequences." And all of a sudden, like not 60, but probably like 12 cop cars then show up. Because I see in chat that there's a hostage. So I don't know if one of them just like role played it and said, "Hey, we have a hostage," or the cops got notified they had a hostage. I don't know how that really works.
Yeah.
So
I don't know.
then they set me inside the house, and I'm just standing there while there's just a huge, massive gun battle. I'm yelling in my mic, "Officer, please help me! I'm kidnapped in here! Me, please help me, help me!" And everyone's like, "Shut up! Shut up!" I'm like, "Help me now, officer! I'm inside!" Um, and then so all of a sudden, then everything stops, and there's no noise. And then all of a sudden, I hear some dude freaking out. "Okay, everyone, stop! Get out of here! The role play is dead. Move! Like it's ruined. You need to leave. Everyone, just go on without their days. Like the role play is over. It's ruined."
What?
Yeah, and I'm like, "What the hell
What?
happened?" And then some other guy was like, "What do you mean it's ruined?" Like, "I shot that cop and he magically revived himself." So supposedly a cop revived himself. The cop said no, that he actually wasn't dead. That he got back up, and the bad guy says, "No, I got a thing that I know that you died for a fact, and you just self-revived yourself. I literally have all this recorded right now. I can show you everything that just happened." And so they let me go, and I leave.
Just a pissing contest
Yeah.
at that point.
So everyone's just like, just go. I just like just role play's over. Everyone have a good day. Like, everyone have a good day.
All.
And then we all went about our ways, and that was the only real, true role play that I've actually been involved in over the last couple days, trying to figure all this out. And it didn't even finish. But
left it on a cliffhanger.
Exactly. So that's pretty much what I was doing. Like I said, I played with Fladry, the actual GTA, the physical version,
game, vanilla.
Which is still fun. That one you can do like your heists and shit like that you can't do in the role plays.
Well, you can.
I guess you can
do like heists and shit, but
so we definitely want to get 2 other people on there. I discovered Brandon Urie's Twitch, which is absolutely fucking phenomenal. Brandon Urie, for those who don't know, is the lead singer of Panic at the Disco.
But really the main performer now.
He's the only one left.
Yeah.
The original band of Panic at the Disco, he's the only one left. He just not randomly picks people now, but he has like a group. But if someone leaves, he doesn't really care because they're not.
It's no biggie.
Yeah, they're not the band. He's the band.
No Biggie Smalls.
So I discovered his podcast, his Twitch. It's hilarious. Plays a lot of Fortnite, but at the same time, he also chills with the chat and sings. It's pretty epic. Discovered AJ Styles is like a Mixer fan.
Yeah.
Which is super strange. He's probably on Mixer right now, because every night he posts something about getting on Mixer. Why Mixer? I don't know.
See, I kind of like Mixer in a way because it promotes and rewards like interactions, like fan interaction.
Okay. So maybe that's why
you,
he goes on there.
yeah. So most of my chat recently has just been people from Mixer like talking on there because you get rewarded for typing stuff in chat,
Oh, that's kind
for
of cool.
interacting with the streamer. You also get yeah, because like you could use the basically the stuff that you get for watching. So you could earn like these basically the fun box essentially
That's
that you
pretty
could
cool.
use for special emotes,
Nice.
and you get that from watching videos, streaming, or commenting. So I mean, it's a pretty neat system. Like Mixer does some things really well, like really well. Other things, on the other hand, it's kind of poopy. Like for the most part, Mixer isn't the best,
I
but
guess
I do
one way to get
appreciate a lot
discovered,
of
it
it.
might be easier the less amount of people on there compared to Twitch.
Yeah,
Maybe.
you're not in as big of a pond. You're not in as big of a pond. When you got like Twitch and YouTube, you know, it's harder to. Speaking of YouTube, I forgot
Hundreds
to
of
add some
thousands
stuff.
of people.
Yeah, yeah. That's yeah, no, it's like YouTube and that kind of stuff is fine. Like if you are a bigger name,
Yeah.
but there you go.
Yeah, I just thought that was weird when I seen him. Hey guys, let's talk about what happens on Raw. Mixer/Styles Clash. Get there now. I'm like, weird. So then I go to his Instagram, and it's literally just him posting about how he's going live on Mixer. I was like, interesting. I guess whatever.
That's weird.
Yeah. I was like, hey, I guess you got to follow and people follow you on there. I wonder.
Yeah.
I want to go on one of them because I'm interested to see how many people actually go on there at a given time.
Yeah, I know, right?
So I'll have to pay
It
attention
makes you
next time
wonder.
I'll have to pay attention next time he goes live, and I'll let you know. And then me and you can go to it and just kind of.
We can watch it. Yeah.
Because that'll be interesting. Because maybe he has a bunch of people. Who knows? I don't actually know if he does or not.
Yeah, I don't know. I can imagine because I know he has like right around I think it's I forget what it is, but it's like something around the lines of like 9,000 followers, something like that.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
Yeah. Which hey, I mean like he is a big name. He's a celebrity.
I've always
So
been like contemplating about going to Mixer just to kind of expand my
expand your
reach.
horizon.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Because you gotta think. I mean, you go there and then you might blow up. You know, you never know.
Yeah.
They could lead you to other avenues.
Exactly. Facebook. I've always I've always wondered if how many people actually, if anyone's made it using the Facebook platform yet. I haven't heard it.
Not.
I doubt it.
Mm-mm. No, I've seen people who like, especially with like YouTube. I've seen them make deals with Facebook to live stream on Facebook Live, and then just immediately cut it off after a little bit because no one uses it.
Yeah, because I don't know of any real big gamer. Because even like the big names, like of the celebrities and stuff, they never talk about Facebook. They always talk about Instagram and Twitter.
Yeah.
And YouTube.
Yeah. No, like Facebook is great for. It's not great for like if you're a celebrity.
Yeah.
It's mainly there for if you are a, just a random Joe Schmo on the street.
Yeah.
That wants to reconnect with like old friends from like high school.
Yeah, because I haven't. Because you never see a celebrity go, hey, go follow me on my Facebook. Just go follow me on my Instagram, follow me on my Twitter, my YouTube channel, my Twitch.
Yeah.
Just hilarious.
Exactly.
That's never like I want to go hang out. Let's hang out on Facebook today. Let's talk on Facebook Live.
Yeah, let's just chit chat on Facebook Live, dude.
I like it.
Let's just do that from now on. Let's just skip Twitch, skip YouTube, skip Mixer. Let's just solely focus on Facebook Live. Because that's where everyone goes for their gaming podcasts. Their #1 gaming podcast.
Oh, it is. Ugh. Sorry, one second. Getting my children out of my room. Damn kids. No, I'm just kidding. I love my kids. I forgot something else I was gonna tell you. I don't remember what it was.
Okay. Cool
Penis.
story,
Oh,
bro.
yes.
Oh,
Last thing for me, just so, because I know I remember I talked about the police academy.
yeah.
So, come to terms that it is unrealistic at this time. So I backed out of the my application. I withdrew it just
Yeah.
because the fit test is in 18 days, and I haven't lost 1 pound because I'm still eating like shit. So, but what I did
Right.
do is I actually applied to be a police volunteer.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wait, what's a police volunteer do?
Uh so I don't know. So you have to go. You still have to go through training. So I don't know how it's gonna work. So if you get accepted, it's a 1 month it's a 1 month police academy type concept
Okay.
instead of 3 months. But I don't know how that works with work. Like, how do you keep your job and do it at the same time?
Yeah.
So I haven't quite figured that part out yet. That's all the way in October. But what a police
Okay.
volunteer does is they'll help out with like advanced events where like cops are required to go to
Oh,
like
okay.
alleviate the actual police officers from having to be there, kind of like
So
festivals
you'll
and stuff like
you'll
that,
be
and
like a glorified security guard.
pretty much traffic dude, whatever you want to call him, traffic control. So
Yeah.
if a light goes out and I'm in the area, I'd be the one to um
Direct it.
direct it, and I'll also be given a part of the town to kind of patrol, to keep an eye out for any
Hmm.
suspicious activities and relay it to the actual police. So if I'm patrolling a certain time, like I don't know how the hours work. It's volunteer, so I don't think it's
Yeah.
like you're required to put in this at this time and do this. You might have to be like, hey, you volunteer, you have to patrol 15 hours, 10 hours a week.
Yeah, or like X amount of hours a month.
Yeah, to stay like at whatever status. So, and yeah, you're given a basically it's kind of like a neighborhood watch.
Okay.
Um, that I'm given basically a part of town that I have to kind of like a couple blocks. I think that's what the lady said,
Yeah.
where I'll just basically kind of just be hanging out, kind of make sure everything's up to code and
Looking shady.
looking
You know, just kind of hanging out at a street corner.
pretty much. I'll just be the awkward dude just chilling out on the side. Um,
Yeah. Look like
but
you're about to sell dope to some kids.
and so the lady I talked to when I was getting my fingerprints done the other day, because you have to get your fingerprints for it. So my um, I'm in the background. My thing's going through the background check now, which I don't have anything in my background to fail.
Little
So
did you know.
yeah, I know, right? Through the
Little.
extensive background check, you committed this fraud, and I was like, what the fuck?
You killed 13 people in southern Uruguay on December 5th, 1964.
I'm like, what the fuck? So, um, so we'll see what happens. I'll know more here. I'm assuming in the next couple
Oh, yeah.
days or a week or so on that side. And then the lady I was talking to when I got my fingerprint, she was saying that by being a volunteer, it'll actually help me a lot on the back end stuff with actually becoming an actual police officer.
Oh, yeah. Well,
So
yeah, it's kind of like being in like things like the National Guard Reserve or something like, or the National Guard,
yeah,
and then going into like the military.
so I got what's up, Aim Right? How you doing, bro? Um, so yeah, I'll be doing that. I'm not doing the actual police academy yet, but I
Not yet.
emailed the one lady. She never emailed me back. She probably thought I was a fucking stupid question. Um, so
There's no
um,
such thing as stupid questions. Why?
so she I asked her and I was like, um, so actually they forwarded my email and I was like, hey, it's like anything else, make sure you ask. I was like, yeah, I want to withdraw, so I'm confirming my withdrawal of my application, but does um am I still gonna be able to apply next year? And is there an age limit because I'll be 30 next year when I apply? And she never responded, so
That was a fucking stupid question.
Hey, in the military, 30 is considered old.
It is old.
And the Marines, you can't apply in the Marines if you're over 31.
Nope.
So that's why I asked, and I was like, because the minimum age is 21 to apply,
which is understandable.
So, and that's why I asked. I'm like, so I'm gonna be 30. Am I gonna be like SOL or something like that? Because by the time it's all said and done, I'd be 31 when I
can't see why you wouldn't be able to do it.
I don't see why either. I just got to keep up with the young bucks. That's all. Because
exactly. It's not like you could be in because it is different than the military.
Yeah.
You know, it's a lot less strain on your body being a police officer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I'll be 30 when it starts, 31 by the time everything ends. Because it's almost a year-long process.
Yeah.
So everyone who goes through the training on June, the academy doesn't start until the end of September.
Really?
And then from there, you're not selected for a job until almost December.
Wow.
Yeah. But
so it's like a whole year process almost.
Yeah, I think the reason why this year might have been
or 6 months process.
This might have been pushed back so much. Aimwright said that military is 35, the normal military is 35. So, I think the reason why everything got pushed back so much was the government shutdown.
Yeah, probably.
If that didn't happen, I think that would have been I think everything would have happened in January.
Yeah, probably.
So,
don't mind me if I just pull my headphones apart like this.
No, you're good.
I'm just my fucking ears are sweating.
No, you're fine. So I think that's why I got pushed back. That's why everything's so far, because I feel like having an outdoor fit test in the middle of June isn't what they in Arizona.
Probably not. No, probably not.
Because
that sounds like a bad
weather. Yesterday, the past 2 days, it was 98.
Jesus Christ.
Tomorrow, 90. Tomorrow, 97, 96, 96, 3 97s. Next Sunday, the 9th or whatever it is, 99. Next Monday, 101. Next Tuesday, 103.
I couldn't do it.
So it'll be
I could not do that shit.
It'll be interesting.
It's like 55 degrees right now. And I'm like, I got my fan on.
15% humidity right now. It's like no humidity.
Yeah, it's like nothing. I wonder what my humidity is.
It's probably fucking up there.
Okay, let's take a look here. 71%. It's the fucking humidity.
That's 15% here. It's an old lake. So yeah, it'll be interesting because you got to think the closer it gets to July, the hotter it's gonna be. So yeah. I'm assuming that they didn't want to have this outdoor military type style training in the middle of fucking June.
There's
July.
Gonna be a lot of water.
Yeah.
And a lot of breaks.
Oh, 100%.
It's probably gonna take twice as long.
Oh, I think so. But yeah, so I backed out for now, but I'll be at it next year though.
There you
go. 100%.
You'll get him next year, champ.
Bam.
You'll get him next year.
I got some time to get it going. Yeah. So what do you want to do first? You want to do anime? Or you want to do news?
Well, actually, I forgot to mention that I did get something in the mail.
Oh, what'd you get?
So I kickstarted a card game because I go over to a friend's house every once in a while. Me and a few buddies. He has a nice home theater in his basement.
Nice.
And we like to watch a movie and then play a card game or play a board game or card game.
Okay.
So, and we always try to make sure that they kind of fit together. So I got in the mail from Kickstarter a game called Whales Destroying the World.
Pretty cool.
So it's from, I don't know, I took it out of this while you were talking.
That's awesome.
Because I forgot I had it. It came the Friday when I left because I had to run back here to grab my tie. and I saw it sitting on my porch. It's basically, from what I saw, it's basically like Secret Hitler, where it's like there's like 4 people or so,
Yeah.
3 or 4 people, and one's like out to get the other ones, but you don't know who it is.
And you just got this for free just for signing up with them?
No, I paid, I think it was like $30 or something, 20 to $30.
Nice.
For it. It was through Kickstarter. It's the first thing I ever did on Kickstarter.
That's awesome.
So I was like, yay.
That's freaking awesome. It's a nice surprise. Let me know how it is.
Oh yeah, I definitely will. We'll have to see what it is when we want to get together to do the movie night.
Heck yeah, man.
Game night.
Well, by the way, for those who didn't know, me and my family are trying to come up in September. So, in a couple months, we might have a special live in person. Well, maybe not Schroeder anymore, but me and you, a live in person podcast for the first time ever. That'd be fucking.
That would be hard. Because like I would have to have like cameras and shit. We'd have to have like cameras.
I'll bring mine.
There you go.
I'll bring my laptop and my webcam.
There you go.
We'll do our webcam show.
So like now.
Exactly. Except I'm a little more sensual. Hey man, we're in person. We gotta give the viewers what they want.
Exactly. I'll see if there's anything going on around here, because I know around that time of the year we get some like cons and stuff.
Okay, that'd be fucking
we
legit.
Might be able to
get something.
Might be able to get a little
something.
Live podcast.
Get a little live action going. Legit live action. I'll bring the money.
Yeah, there you go. I think we should do the anime first.
Get the emotions out of the way.
Hold on.
Take your time.
Let me just pound this beer real quick.
There you go. Anime corner.
Konnichiwa.
Today's anime corner.
Oh fuck.
Is about an amazing anime called You're Lying in April.
Okay, so you like it?
I did. Oh,
good.
I did, but at the same time, what I said about that girl at the end, I meant by that. So,
okay, so all right.
You want to give us a brief synopsis of what this?
Everyone, listen here, okay? Listen. Well, okay, so you watched it recently, so I think you're going to be better to watch it because I watched this 2 weeks ago. But
I didn't realize this was 4 years old.
Yeah, but you need to watch this goddamn anime. We're gonna do full spoilers on it right now.
So if you're not gonna watch it, you better watch it before you listen to this, or listen to this, pause, go watch it, then come back.
Yeah,
that's what you need to do.
It's on like Netflix. It's on like Crunchyroll.
You can find it anywhere. You just type in the name and it comes up.
Kiss Anime.
Yep.
You can find it anywhere. All right, so
yes, this is exactly what he's doing right now. Is how you're gonna feel in this anime.
So, the best way that I describe this anime is, I'm not crying. You're fucking crying.
I'm sweating from all the emotions going on in my body.
Okay, so the last 12 episodes. How much did you cry?
It's a whole thing's an emotional roller coaster. It's like it makes you happy, it makes you sad, it makes you
Oh my god. Okay, so the story
laugh.
Is about this pianist. It's about this pianist who loses his mother early on. His when he was like a young kid.
Yep.
Well, actually, really it was like 3 years ago, at least according to the English dub.
When you watch it though, you'll see that these kids they don't look like middle school kids, but it's essentially based in middle school.
High school. No, they're 14. Yeah, so high school.
No, it was middle school. I said middle school.
Yeah, end of the year, end of middle school.
Yeah.
Because they're going to find the high schools at the end.
What they should have designed that a little better, because they fucking look like adults. Nevertheless, I digress. Sorry, go ahead.
Nevertheless, let me tell you, Kaori was like, I was like, ooh, ooh.
So essentially, but yes, it's about a character who is a piano god in a sense.
A
Um,
master pianist, a uh auteur, a piano auteur, if you will, master of his craft with pianos. I forget his name. You're probably looking it up right now.
of course, like I can never remember how to fucking say their names. It's Corsi. Hang on.
Look,
Uh, uh,
Kosei.
Kosei. There we go. Kosei.
There we go.
Kosei, Korar,
Okay,
Toshimi.
Kuragawa.
They're Chinese. They're Japanese names or whatever.
They're
However,
Japanese, not
um,
Chinese.
so the names are a little hard to pronounce. So,
Not for me, fucker.
but Corsair, yes, is the basically he is the prodigy of life. When it comes to um, when it comes to playing the piano. Hang on a second.
I need a fucking cigarette. I already can tell.
Um,
But yeah, he's a really good. He's an auteur with music. His mother kind of pretty much abuses him
beats the shit
at
out
a
of
young
him.
age to become really good at
Yes.
piano.
Basically, she essentially beat him to the point where you need to be good. The only thing you care about is the notes. You need to follow the score. You need to follow every little thing. If you're not following the score and getting 100%, you're failing.
It's not. Yeah, you're failing.
So she essentially whipped the shit out of him, blood, bruises, everything, until he basically was crying, that like basically saying, "Yes, mother, I will be the best I can be, 100%, no ifs, ands, or buts about it." So basically traumatized him as a very young child.
Well, she's also the mother is very sick. She's very
Yes.
ill. So he's at the same time. He's like, if I play good, then my mom will be better.
Yep.
She'll be fine.
Unfortunately,
And, well, she gets got.
yep. And then
She gets got.
basically he is devastated because he's in the middle of playing a concert, knows that she passed away, and loses his ability to play piano.
To hear the notes. He can
Yes.
still play
Yeah,
piano.
sorry, not
He
to play
just
piano.
can't hear the notes.
He can't hear the notes and is basically he views the world in monotone. Colorless world.
That's kind of like a thing on love.
Yeah.
Because he is kind of like a empty husk of a human being.
You can think of him kind of like as I wrote it down as an emotional robot, a motionless robot.
Pretty much, yeah.
Who was taught to play the piano with no emotions by his mom, and just to play.
Yeah, pretty much. That's what it is.
So that's you kind of you got to think of him as. And she passed. He basically gave up on playing, being able to hear. He's like, I can't do it anymore. He still writes.
He can hear everything else.
Yes.
He can hear everything else perfectly fine. He just cannot hear the notes of the piano because of how traumatized he is.
Yep. And so he's kind of like going through life. What is life? He writes songs, things along those lines, but he doesn't really care what he's doing. And then he's got
at the same time, all he knows is piano.
Yes. He does have a best friend, his neighbor.
Two best friends.
Two best friends. Though his Tabaski.
Tsubasa.
Something like that. I don't remember what it is.
Tsubasa.
And she basically is the all-star player.
She's a softball phenom.
Yes. Phenomenal girl. And then the guy.
She was kind of like a big sister to him.
Exactly.
For all their lives.
Yep. And then Watari, basically was kind of also his good friend, but is the preppy, the
soccer player,
the chicks want to get in his pants, character. So, essentially,
Cristiano Ronaldo, if you will.
Exactly.
Or Lionel Messi.
So essentially, then how it plays out is um fucking name, like Jesus,
Subasa.
Tsubasa invites um the main character on a date, as there's a mysterious girl that wants to meet the preppy of preppies.
That
And
likes him, yeah.
yeah, and so he goes up, finds her naked, not naked but without pants.
He gets an upstairs shot. That's Cowrie.
Yes, who becomes a phenomenon at violin, who is a phenomenon at violin.
She's an auteur of the she's an auteur violist.
Pianist, yes.
Yeah.
Um,
She plays the violin super fucking good.
that was phenomenal. She's basically a free spirit that kind of does what she wants. Um, reasoning telling later, obviously, but
Okay, so how quick were you? Because our mutual friend Dale, I got him to watch it,
nice.
and he told me like as soon as she was introduced and how free spirit she was, he knew exactly what was going to happen. How long did it take you to find out that she was like going to be? What happens to her?
I honestly didn't. I really didn't see it for coming. As it's, I, something tragic was gonna happen just based.
See, I thought it was going to do the little switcheroo and be like, oh, hey,
Yeah.
happy endings.
So I didn't think much of it until it actually happened. But
But anyway, Kaori re-sparks Kosei's love for piano.
Yes.
She helps him like hear
get
the
out
notes
of
again.
his. She helps him get out of his slump. He's in love with her. She's not in love with him. It's a crazy ass love triangle. People love somebody else. One person loves this
And,
person.
like,
Loves
the
that
other-
person.
The other guy was like, "Yeah, I know you like her."
Yeah. And Kosei unfortunately gets put as the friend A, is what becomes his name because he's not the popular dude. He's not good looking. In the show, he's not that bad, but
Yeah.
so it basically becomes like a huge love triangle. But she helps Kosei get out of his slump, becomes able to hear the music, even after some struggles where he'll be playing and then he stops because he can't hear it, and then she basically helps him remember life.
The big thing with her with Kosei is that he is such a robot. He has been taught from an early age to play it the exact way that that it was intended to be played. He has no emotion in it. While Kaori over here, she plays with such vigor and life to the music. And it's just like it's a perfect, it's the antithesis of each other.
Yes.
They're kind of, opposite, like complete other end of the spectrum.
Yeah. She's super outgoing, rambunctious, and he's kind of like so there's a scene in the beginning of the movie when she first plays the violin that basically everyone has to play the same exact song. She comes up and doesn't play the same song. And then it kind of opens his eyes like, my mother taught me to go off of the notes. Do not veer from the notes. Like, she's a free spirit. She just does whatever she wants. I love her. So he kind of starts like figuring that stuff out.
So can I ask real quick, Walker?
Yeah.
Did your wife see you watch this at all?
Nah, she doesn't pay attention to anything I do. So no.
Okay, I was gonna say because I would like to know what she thought of you watching this completely out of the blue, like left field thing.
No, she didn't pay attention. So unfortunately, she did not. And the majority of the episodes I watched when she was working on Friday, so she wasn't even home. It was just me at the house. Score wise, song, there has to be an album for this.
Because it was okay. So both the piano and the violin were perfect choices for the instruments because they both can be very sad sounding,
but uplifting at the same time.
Have uplifting elements to it,
Yeah.
And it was perfect. It was perfect choices. And you could obviously tell that the creator of this had such a passion for music.
Oh yeah, yeah. There's no doubt in my mind. It was um, the score. For those people who don't know what we talk about when we say score, essentially it's um, the composition, the music behind the scenes. Like
Hmm.
Star Wars won an Oscar for the best score. It's from the music that goes behind everything.
Yeah,
Like the orchestra and things along those lines. So that's what it is. Um, it's phenomenal, 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 phenomenal. Uh, but fast forward, so he's back. He's back to his normal self. Uh, um, uh, the main princess girl, um,
Cowrie,
Cowrie. I keep wanting to say um,
cow,
no from
uh,
Kingdom Hearts, Kyrie.
Kyrie.
That's what I keep
Yeah,
wanting to say.
it's very similar.
It is. That's what I keep. I'm like, no, I'm gonna say the name and I'm gonna say Kyrie, but it's not Kyrie. So she essentially invites him to a gala, huge, huge, huge performance. Um, they're both playing. He shows up, plays. She's nowhere to be found.
Yeah.
That's when I kind of started realizing, like, okay, so this is gonna turn fucking south fast.
Yeah, so he's kind of butthurt because she just left him high and dry.
Yeah, he doesn't know why, but
Yeah.
he just kind of feels like what the fuck, dude.
He's like, I guess she didn't love me anyway. You know,
Yeah.
it never would have worked out.
Come to find out, she actually was hospitalized. Um,
She fell,
yes.
and they wanted to do some tests on her.
So she's sick, really sick.
Yeah.
Well,
Presumably has.
we don't know
She,
this at this time that she's really
yeah,
sick.
no. But she presumably has the same disease that his mother had.
Yes. So, um, she gets sick, kind of starts losing hope.
Yeah.
Because before all this, they're on stage together, and she collapses during one of their performances way prior to this gala thing. So
Yeah,
she basically fears that she doesn't have much time to live, so she kind of gives up on life.
pretty
Um,
much. And then, Kosei helps bring that back to her.
yeah, basically it was
A
kind
little
of
bit.
like a switcheroo
Yeah,
uh, type thing where she saved him, now he saves her.
yeah.
Um,
Uh,
and this is when at this point it
this,
starts
this,
getting really emotional. Like
this is when we
it's
start
rough.
finding out about how Kosei's mother really wasn't. She was. I don't know how to word this. She wasn't as bad as everyone thought she was.
Yeah.
Because the reason why she was so strict with Kosei is because she was like, I know I'm gonna die.
Yep.
And I don't have much time left. This kid, I need to make sure that he is successful and he can support himself.
Yep.
I don't want him to be alone. I don't want him to be fucked. Pretty much.
And to put this in perspective, too, a lot of these episodes, he's by himself. His dad isn't home.
Yeah,
So,
his dad's not home the entire. We don't even see his
yeah,
father.
we don't even see his father. So he's living at a house by himself.
He's out on business.
Yeah. But yeah, so that starts playing out, and it becomes very, 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 very emotional. And then
All right,
go ahead.
so let's talk about one of the last episodes.
Okay.
All right, when Kaori's in the hospital, and Kosei's like, "You're gonna get better.
Yep.
We're gonna play on stage. At least we're gonna play on stage again, together." And
She gets
when she gets down on her fucking knees and starts crying, saying, and you actually see that chink in her armor, that chink in her free spirit, because you still realize that, hey, she is like a 14-year-old girl.
Yep.
And she's down on her knees, she's crying on the top of this roof when it's all snowy and everything, and she goes, I'm scared, I don't want to die.
And then the whole time that there is, an option for her to get surgery, but at the same time, that surgery can immediately kill her. So
Yeah.
she's been holding off on the surgery for a very, very, very long time. Um, but no, like even that episode, you're like, it makes you. Like, it's fucking weird how
That
shows can make you
fuck
reflect on life.
that fucking broke my heart.
Um,
Because you see this character that you've seen. I think it was like episode like what, like 20 or 21. It was very late.
yeah, it was one of the last ones. I know what you're talking about, though.
And you see this character that's always been so upbeat, so spirited, even when she is in the hospital.
Yep.
She is like, I can't let my friends see me on
Yep.
an IV, or feel like bad and everything. And her just drop down and just start bawling her eyes out, being embraced by Kosei, and her just crying.
Yep.
That fucking hit me hard.
No, it was fucking. Oh, that was rough. And then what got me was kind of fast forward. So she goes through the surgery. She gets it. She's in the middle of it.
Oh
And
my god.
he's in a competition playing music, playing a tune, and then all of a sudden, this aura appears around him, and you just get tingles in your body because, and even in the movie, like the emotion just gets sucked out of the show.
Yeah.
She didn't survive the surgery; she died,
Mm-mm.
and
Yeah, she fucking dead.
so he's looking around and he sees this aura around him, and he immediately knows that she didn't make it.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just like, oh no.
And then he gets a letter.
Yep.
From her, like after the funeral and everything. Her parents hand Kosei a letter.
And to put this in perspective, remember, she's quote unquote into the popular guy.
Yeah.
Kosei is friend A, kind of like the third wheel, because he doesn't think he's popular or cool, doesn't make the move.
But Kosei is like, Kaori's always hanging out with Kosei.
Yes. Yeah, she's always with him. They're always doing stuff. She helped him get out of his funk, but he never makes the move because he doesn't think that she is into him.
And
unbeknownst.
He also is like, I don't want to, do this to my friend.
Exactly. And so yeah, because he doesn't want to hurt the guy friend, the popular guy, because he thinks that they're both into each other.
Yeah.
Come forth, he gets a letter.
This letter at the end, where it's basically like, Kosei, I saw you when I was young. You gave me the spark into music. I became a musician because of you, which you find out later in the show as like subplots. There's a bunch of people that were like him. Some of his rivals in the show got into the piano because they saw him play.
Yep.
And it kind of gave them like an eye-opening moment. And she was the same way. He's the reason she got into the violin is because of Kosei.
Mm-hmm.
And she wanted to play on stage with him as a young child. And she knew that she was going to die at a young age. She knew it. But she kept fighting because she loved him.
And she just said, I loved you since I was 5 years old.
Yeah.
And I was too scared to tell you.
Mm-hmm. And she was too awkward to say that, to even just meet him because they went to the same middle school. She was too awkward to say it because what do you do in that situation? How do you just meet someone?
Yep.
So she came up with the whole ploy of getting Tsubasa to
get the popular guy in her.
Yeah. Yeah. So she could be close to Kosei,
Yep.
But she didn't want to be close. Like, she didn't want to, flat out say to Kosei, hey, I love you, I want to be with you, because she knew that she didn't have much time left. And she knew that it would hurt him in the long run.
As well as Tsubasa also was in love with Kosei. That wasn't something that was ever brought to his attention either. Part of the huge love story triangle.
Brought to his attention at one point. That's for damn sure.
Well, yeah, but at the same, he didn't.
It's
register.
They nailed. Like, they absolutely nailed just, early teenager,
Yes.
just life.
Yep.
You know, where it's like, you're all moving on to different things. You know, you start, where girls start being into guys, guys start being into girls, and, you have these people that you were friends with the entire time, but now, you're going through puberty, you're starting to have feelings for each other. And with Subasa, how she's like lying to herself.
Yep.
She constantly lies to herself. No, he's just a little brother to me. He's just a little brother to me. But he's like, but in deep down inside, she absolutely
Isn't.
loves him.
Yep. And what she does tell him, at the end of the movie, at the end of the show, she tells him that she's going to be with him for the rest of his life. Which is kind of like, I guess, a semi-happy type ending, I guess.
It kind of warmed my heart at points.
Yeah.
After such a Debbie Downer
Yeah.
ending.
So that was that was cool. But then at the same time, I told James, I was like, man, Kosei's a bitch. I was like, you lead this dude on forever, unbeknownst to him that he's in love with you, and you don't tell him. I get why she did it at the same time, but it's just like
or Kaori, you mean?
Kaori, yeah. Kaori.
I could totally see why she did it, and it was for Kosei's best interest.
Yeah.
Because she knew how devastated he was after his mother died.
Yep.
And if she was just to come and be like, "Hey, I love you, I want to be with you," and losing her too would just completely get him out of music forever.
And also in the note is a picture, of her at Kosei's very first performance, and that inspired her to become a musician. So at the end, you see him frame the picture, which is awesome. So overall, it's a phenomenal show. Visually stunning. I would say one of my only qualms with it is that there's no real reasoning and development onto how, like, the piano side of it. What I mean by that is it doesn't really show you the music that's being played. It just plays the music. It doesn't really give a why behind the music.
I feel like the music, like the piano and the violin, is just a vehicle to get to these other parts. Because it is not a movie, a show about music, but that is just a vehicle to drive the story along of how these characters meet each other. Because there's a point where like Tsubasa is just like, I absolutely hate the piano.
Yeah.
I fucking hate it because it keeps taking Kosei away from me.
Yeah. I will say I love how it shows you how different people cope and deal with depression and other things like that. So that's a very big part.
Yeah, it is.
You don't have many things that do that.
It deals with things like loss perfectly.
Yeah.
Yep. And it deals with things like, young love perfectly.
Yep. Yeah, if you're one with depression, things along those lines, and this this shows how people get over that, and how they not get over it, but how they can get past that hump and kind of help them move forward beyond the dark and scary times. Obviously, yes, unfortunately, there is a lot of roller coasters where things kind of revert back, but then they go back to normal, and then there's a lot of life lessons in this, I will say, and
it's a coming of age story.
It is. And it's crazy that it's 4 years old too.
Yeah, it
5.
Is. I saw that, and actually, what's funny? The way that I got introduced to this anime is because of a meme.
Really?
After I watched Your Name, there's this one Twitter account I follow called Animemes, where they just post anime memes, and it showed a picture of Thanos with all the Infinity Stones.
Nice.
Or like all the Infinity Stones, and then it's Thanos like and like Your Name was on there, and then it goes. The next panel was Thanos clenching his fist with tears running down his eyes. And I'm like, man, I could use another fucking like depressing thing to watch.
So it reminded me when I finished that. and I was like, man, I haven't had this much emotion and like
Mm-hmm.
since being the cold one day. Why we decided to do it, I don't know. So we started with the movie United 93, which is about
Oh
the
yeah,
9/11 plane that crashed in Pittsburgh, the
yeah.
terrorists, everything like that.
It missed the
Actual
Pentagon. They managed to rescue it from hitting
yeah.
the Pentagon.
And so it goes in depth. They have actual conversations, what happened, and basically it goes through 9/11. Very depressing movie.
Yeah,
Um, so we're
which is
like,
fucking weird that there's probably people watching this that were not born.
oh yeah,
Like
there's gonna be some
they
people that this
learned this
wasn't a major
shit.
event in their life.
They learned this shit in history
Which is
class.
fucking crazy to think that's been that long.
I
18
know.
years.
19. Oh
19.
yeah, 18 years.
18.
18
Yeah.
years. The next presidential election, there's going to be people. There's going to be kids
That are
that grew up
voting
in
that
a
have never.
in a post 9/11 world.
Now you man, it's just fucking crazy. So we decided to watch that. We're like, let's watch another movie. Okay, what movie? So we did another movie. Um, oh, well, let me get the actual name of it just so I don't mess it up. Hold on. Let me see here.
What's it about?
Okay, the next movie we watched was called Ladder 49,
Oh, I hear that's a
which is
rough one.
we literally watched them back to back.
Oh.
Why we decided to do this, I have no
Oh,
idea. So
no.
essentially, what Ladder 49 is, it's about a firefighter, um, basically, who gets trapped inside of a warehouse along basically, long story short, it's an extremely emotional roller coaster. He has kids, family. Basically, it ends with him calling his wife, letting his wife know he's about to die, and there's no way for him to exit this building that's on fire. You think he's gonna get saved, and unfortunately, the ladder that comes to rescue him goes to the wrong floor, and it's a very emotional roller coaster. It makes you cry. And yeah,
Mhm.
me and my wife decided to watch both these two extremely
My
depressing
God.
movies back to back.
How did you not like dehydrate yourself from tears?
My roommate, because we were in Ohio, comes out and he was like, what are you guys doing to yourselves? And we're like, and we were like, yeah, we don't fucking know. It's unreal. Um, so it reminded me of that. Like
Mhm.
just the emotional roller coaster of watching all those both 4 hours of depressing like adventure roller coasterness, and then watching this is like the same thing. It makes it makes the feels real,
Mhm.
to say the least. Um,
So let's be real here, okay? Let's be real.
yeah,
How many times did you cry during your name or your lie in April? How many times did you cry?
full probably
Or at least let's
like
just say
teary
tears.
eyed.
Teary
Um,
eyed,
probably like I don't know, probably at least like 7, 7, 10. Because
I would
it
say
makes you think like it could be more because a lot of these things that people don't realize when you watch these types of things, it makes you think about like things in your life that like what like a missed opportunity of something, and it kind of like starts making the wheels fucking turn.
oh my God, when that part where Cowrie's like, "Do you want to commit suicide with me?"
Yeah, like it makes you. My eyes are tearing up now just thinking about it. Yeah, guys, this is we're getting real on this podcast right now. Just so you know, it's not all fun and jokes, okay?
No.
But
No,
but it's no, it like my eyes are watering thinking about it. But it was probably 10 plus maybe because like I said,
yeah,
it makes you like think about it, and then just looking at it and just seeing what happens. It's like fuck, man. Like why couldn't this have happened?
yeah. Oh no, like it was to the point where it was like from like the halfway point,
Yeah,
once you find out that she is, well, once she gets hospitalized,
yeah,
it was like every episode there was a stream.
yep.
I had some tears rolling down, and then that final episode I was sobbing.
And it doesn't help because the music that goes behind when these things happen just amplifies it. It really does. It's like I'm laughing because it's just funny to think. It's just like how music affects your
Oh,
emotions.
it adds a whole nother level.
Oh, it
Like
does.
it helps with the tone.
Yeah, and it's so like I said earlier. The score and the composition, the music. It's so perfectly written because um in the emotional parts, its sequence is so fluid and so perfect into it, adding another level of emotion
And all the
to
songs that they
everything.
chose are very sad ballads.
Yeah.
Sad sounding ballads.
Yep.
If you're big into like classical music, it's definitely a great show to watch.
Yeah.
Like this has sparked an interest in classical
Oh,
music for me.
100%. If you could give two shits about the whole story itself and you not an emotional person and like, oh, this is stupid, listen to it for the music.
Oh yeah.
Because that alone, it's incredible. The first time I heard, um, uh, God damn it. I keep
What?
wanting to see Kyrie. Uh,
Cowrie.
Cowrie, um, perform, like, when she started playing the violin, it's like, shit, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, the music is fantastic and it is a perfect vehicle
Yeah. It takes you
for
by
the story.
surprise.
It was performed by very professional
Oh,
people.
yeah.
Like I do believe it was performed I think in one of the biggest like classical recording stuff in like Europe.
I know you're a big Japanese guy. Did you subtitle it and let them the Japanese voice? Or did you watch it in English?
No, I watched it in English
Okay, I wasn't sure. 'Cause I know you
because I,
said
I
didn't you
watched it
watch
on
Brawley
Netflix.
in
No,
Japanese?
yeah, I watched that in Japanese,
That's what I thought.
but I
Um.
I watched it in English.
Okay.
Because I was like, I'm gonna put this on in the background.
Yeah.
It depends. So like
There's a
with this one,
German version. Did you see that?
yeah,
Which is
yeah, I saw
weird.
that. I started with this anime corner. I started watching more subs because then I could do other things,
I
or
got you.
not subs, dubs, the English dub.
Yeah, so you actually can multitask whatever.
Yeah, but it's like by the end of it, by like I would say episode like 3. By like episode 3, I was like, fuck it, I'm not doing anything else.
Yeah. No, it's really good. It really is, and it's even for those who don't like anime, who couldn't give two craps about it. Yes, there is some very anime things in there.
There is some fan
Very
service in there for sure.
especially when they get like shocked and spooked and it gets stupid animated and they have like the exclamation points above their head like comics. Yes, that is very anime-ish, but past that, it's not though. It's
No,
very well, um, not
they tone
drawn.
it down.
'Cause you don't draw that, but I don't know what you call that.
It's beautifully animated,
Yes, animated.
and like the look of the film, Jesus Christ, the anime is just spectacular because it is very almost monotone in
It is.
colors.
It is.
You can tell like because during that entire first like 2 episodes, right before Kosei meets Kaori, it's like it's very dull looking,
Yeah.
and then once he sees them, then you see the
The
uh
leaves, the
cherry
flowers.
blossoms,
Yeah.
the cherry blossoms leaves starting to fall, and all this kind of stuff,
The
and
mood
like
changes.
you can even tell like there's a whole subplot with Subasa and how she is like trying to trick herself by going on a dates with this one baseball player from a school that she went to, and you know when she's with him, it is very kind of dulled with the colors because you know that she's lying to herself.
Yeah. 100%. And we did miss the part, but she does get injured. Um, in one of the episodes, Tubasa
Oh yeah.
and Kosei is the one who's by her side.
Hmm.
During it, that just adds another element to the whole love triangle thing. Kind of
Yeah,
separate, but still.
it is honestly, like, no fucking joke, one of the best animes I've ever watched.
Yeah, it's really good. Um, obviously I couldn't really think other than, but you made a good point about the music, like the why behind it, how it's not like the main story. It's just it helps get you to the place where it needs to be.
Mm-hmm.
So that makes sense. That kind of takes my argument about the music's out of it. But overall, it was phenomenal. I unfortunately haven't watched as many animes as James has, so I can't really compare it to
You
much
can't put it on a pedestal.
other than to like
You
Dragon
know
Ball
Dragon
Z.
Ball.
But unfortunately, you can't compare the
Oh
two.
man,
Like they're not even.
you need
Um,
to watch Your Name.
I want to see that because I know you were talking about that. I've seen
I
really
didn't
the only.
spoil that one,
Um,
but man, that is an emotional roller coaster right there.
um, the animes I've seen a couple episodes of Bleach.
Bleach gets bad. Bleach gets terrible at
That's
points.
what I heard. I've seen
Trigun.
Trigun. Um,
Trigun's good.
I used to stay up when I was in school because
Toonami.
yeah, because for some reason it wasn't on until like 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yep.
I don't know why it was on so
I
late.
remember those days.
So whenever it was on, I literally would stay. I think it was on almost every day. Um, so I literally would stay up until like 3 o'clock in the morning plus to watch it, and then had to get up at 7:30 to go to school. Um, just because I felt like back in the day I was more not I liked the story. I don't remember a lot of it, but I remember I was more interested in like animes back then, like because that's the only way to watch it with like girls' boobies half hanging out and
Oh
stuff.
yeah, no, the fan service in some of them, like Naruto.
Yeah. Yeah, that was
I
the reason why I wanted to watch those.
After this podcast, Walker, you and I are gonna sit down. We're gonna talk about some shit you need to watch,
Okay.
and we're gonna watch it.
Fuck yeah.
Like, well, who is it? I think it's a Giant Bombcast. Um, they have a segment on their show, or they have like a whole podcast called All Systems Goku,
Nice.
where they just watch Dragon Ball Z Kai, and they talk about each episode. Like
I
they
like
go
that.
episode by episode by episode. And I would love to do that with someone.
Oh, that'd be fucking amazing. I would love to do that. Kai though, but for those who haven't watched it, I fucking hate
like
because they changed the goddamn voices. So it's fucking awkward.
I'll be right back. You keep talking.
No, you're good. But yeah, that anime wise though, like we were saying, kind of finished that, put a cap on the anime corner. Um, very good anime, very good overall sense of being, like I said, very emotional, but it's good at the same time. Um, which is pretty cool. So, uh, anywho, kind of moving on from that, James will be right back. Um, wrestling news, kind of really quick for those who are into some wrestling. Uh, Tuesday, Bill Goldberg and The Undertaker will be on SmackDown. So that'll be interesting. Don't really know why. I don't know. It's not gonna be a good. It's not gonna be a good match at all. Man, it's gonna be so bad. Whatever though. NXT last night was pretty good. Adam Cole, spoiler, is new NXT champion. That match was phenomenal. Didn't watch the rest of it. Only watched that. Watched bits and pieces of AEW. From what I saw, looked really good as well. So we'll see what happens. I honestly feel that in NXT they have so much more freedom. They were doing so many not power bombs, but things where they smash each other's heads. So that was, I really hope that they can get that back, but we'll see. Hopefully WWE kind of fixes their shit. Anyways, James sucks. Oh, sorry, I didn't see you there.
Yep, you know it. Damn straight, motherfucker.
No, I finished up the anime corner and then I talked about WWE for a second.
Okay.
I was reading about it.
So if you want a nice little palate cleanser for after Your Name, something just to make you feel good.
Yeah.
Or not Your Name, Your Lie in April. You need to watch My Roommate as a Cat.
That's right.
Because that is just such an uplifting, great show. I think like most of the episodes are free on like Funimation, so you can just watch it with ads, or you can go premium for like $6 a month. I mean, it's like a no-brainer. Or Crunchyroll. You have my fucking Crunchyroll. No, you have my Funimation.
I do.
Don't you?
I do.
Yeah, just fucking watch it. If you want to feel good, if you want to like not cry yourself to sleep at night.
Dude, speaking of fucking your Funimation, I don't understand. So when I go to Google, I type in Dragon Ball Z, or Dragon Ball Super, let's say episode like 120, and it shows up for Funimation. But on the app, it only has up to episode 90, which is weird. But I guess I never actually searched for it. I just go to Dragon Ball Super.
Hold on, let me look. Because I know it only has the English dub.
Maybe that's why. Maybe because it's season 1, and they're on season 2 right now. So maybe that's why.
Hold on, let me look.
Let's see here. Let's do a little
Ball Super.
Let's see here. Episode 120. Nope, not found.
Yeah, because they have episode 100.
So maybe it's just what has been released.
Who has the $1 million Zenny? $100 million Zenny.
Okay.
Yeah, 91. Yeah.
So yeah, then it's just they haven't released the English version yet, so they only have the English ones out yet.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
It only does the dub.
Got it.
Oh, they have the What about the simulcast?
I'm at 114.
Oh no, yeah, no, you could do. Oh. Okay, so yeah, it only has the English ones available right now.
That makes sense. I've
whatever.
I watched a couple episodes past in the Japanese version.
Did you?
Yeah, I'm
How
up to.
bad is it?
I like it.
It's terrible.
I like it. I really do. I'm up to the English version's at 113 now. So
boy,
we still got 30 more episodes. No,
get ready.
20 more episodes. So 20 more weeks, baby. We're finished. Unless I just watch all the Japanese episodes, but I still have to watch the English ones too. That's just me.
No, you don't.
I do. I can do one or the other. Yeah. It's like cheating. It's not, but it's close. Schroeder texted us.
Yeah, I saw that.
So anywho,
motherfucker, we need to get you into JoJo. Need to get you into something good.
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
A good shonen anime.
Isn't JoJo's Bizarre Adventure the girl from Nickelodeon?
No, that's JoJo. I don't know her name.
You know what I'm talking about, though?
Yeah, I know exactly who you're talking about because as soon as I try to Google like, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, that's the first thing. Swara or something like that. Siwara.
JoJo Siwa. JoJo Siwa.
JoJo.
Jolei Joni Siwa.
JoJo no Kimiwa.
It's our Dragon Ball Z voices.
Sure.
Anywho.
Yeah, no, you need to watch fucking JoJo in Japanese because the English version isn't that great.
I will. Let's get into some news.
All right, let's get into news. Do you want to? Okay, what do you want to do first? Do you want to do movies or games?
Yeah, we'll do the movies. We'll continue our soiree of movie news.
Just remember, I'm drinking.
Just
remember that.
To start off, what I would say would be the biggest piece of movie news.
Pattinson is Batman.
Yeah. The Vampire has turned into a bat.
Well, hey, that's what Nosferatu does.
Exactly. So,
Dracula.
Robert Pattinson has been officially confirmed for The Batman coming out in July 2021. The Batman. And it has been confirmed that this will be a trilogy, but there is no release dates for number 2 and 3.
It's probably going to be a trilogy right now, and then they're going to be like, wow, this fucking bombs, so we're not doing anymore.
I hope not. I really don't. I feel DC is very hard on their movies because they're comparing it to fucking Marvel, and it has to be just as good as Marvel, and it's like, you're not going to be. It's like, you can't. If they continued on with the Christopher Nolan saga, maybe, because that was established, but they didn't. So,
Do you know who the director of this one's going to be?
Yes, it is the director of Rise of the Planet of the Apes and War of the Planet of the Apes, Matt Reeves.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Those aren't bad movies. They were
No.
not.
So, and Matt Reeves, I think's done a lot of. Let me see. Let's do his
IMDb. Away.
Matthew Reeves. Let's see his history. Let's see what we got here. All of the Cloverfield movies.
Okay, so have you ever seen 10 Cloverfield Lane?
No.
Oh, it's good. It's really good. He did a phenomenal job with that.
Let's see what we got here. Let's see here. That's pretty much.
I need to get you fucking cultured, man.
Yeah, I know, right?
I need to get you to watch some like good movies like Shape of Water.
I
Have you
heard
ever
that was
seen
good.
that?
No, I heard it was good though.
Oh man, I've never wanted to fuck a fish more in my life.
But yeah, that his biggest movies are Cloverfield, Let Me In, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, War of the Planet of the Apes, Under Siege. That's an old movie,
Yeah, it is.
and he helped write that, and that's pretty much about it. Yeah, in the Cloverfield. So it's gonna be interesting. The Planet of the Apes movies did a lot of money, so.
Yeah, they did. They were good. They were bad.
So obviously it'll be veered towards a younger Batman, not the older style Batman that they were going for with Ben Affleck.
Or
so
George Clooney.
or George Clooney. Christopher Bale he wasn't young, but he wasn't like old either.
Bale?
Christian Bale, yeah.
Not Christopher Bale.
Oh, sorry, I was combining Christopher Nolan and Christian Bale together. Combine both their names. Other movie-related news: Godzilla is #1 in the box office.
Nice.
Underperformed, unfortunately. Only did 49 million compared to the 93 million the first one did. It is the third movie in the MonsterVerse. That's what they're calling it.
Dumb.
The next one is Godzilla
Gamera,
versus
right?
Kong.
Oh. They want to do
They want to go in that route.
They want to do Godzilla versus King Kong versus Pacific Rim. I heard that
Really?
like the director of Pacific Rim was like, "Yeah, I want to do that."
That'd be interesting. But yeah, so yeah, the MonsterVerse, Godzilla's 36th appearance in a movie, just fucking crazy. Which I'm pretty sure that has to be #1 for the characters that have showed up the most in any movie. It has to be Godzilla by far.
Probably.
Look that up.
I would say Gamera would be a close second, though.
Let's see
Gamera
here.
had a bunch of movies.
Wolverine.
He even appeared in an episode of Dragon Ball. Hello, Jeff. Someone named Jeff G just joined my chat.
Let's see here. 10 most portrayed characters in TV and film. #10, Hamlet. Shakespeare's Hamlet. It has been on screen 198 times.
My God.
Shit. Sherlock Holmes. It has been on screen since inauguration 254 times. It's been portrayed by multiple different actors. Abraham Lincoln.
Really?
Yes. 263 times. That's wild. Dracula. 274 times. Hitler. It doesn't really give me that, but it does give a reference to Family Guy. How he was even on Family Guy. Napoleon. 337 times, including Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
Now, I wonder if Napoleon counts Napoleon Dynamite.
No, it doesn't say that. It includes the prodigies of Bill and Ted and the Nightmare. Not the Nightmare. The Night at the Museum. God.
Yeah.
Which makes sense.
Best
Uh, 350 times, including Bruce and Evan Almighty and The Simpsons. Jesus Christ,
Oh, Jesus Christ.
380 different times. Passion of the Christ is obviously the biggest one. Santa Claus. He has appeared in screen in different ways 814 times.
Holy shit.
The biggest honorable mention obviously goes to the Santa Claus the movie and the Miracle on 34th Street. And number one most portrayed character of all time is the Devil.
Really?
Yes. 848 times. Satan is the most portrayed character of all time. Basically because it's an unknown entity, and so whenever someone classifies it as that, like, and they bring up Tenacious D as one of the most as one of the most iconic roles that he's played. It's fucking hilarious that that's the Tenacious D is on there. Hilarious. Any news? Anyway, that is
Any whoozle
any whoozle doozle.
That's so hard to say, right?
Any whoozle
Yeah.
doozle. Fuck. That is difficult. Any whoozle doozle. And that sounds like I'm saying. Do you want me to keep going? Or you want to get something out? We'll go to actual news now.
Actual news? Like this is an actual news? Well, I mean, I got. You can keep going. Yeah, keep going.
I got the Pattinson. Ghostbusters is being remastered. That'll come out at the end of the year.
Why is that? Why did I open up that?
So that'll be pretty cool. I've seen the graphics. If you haven't seen the trailer, go look for it. So that's pretty awesome. Oh, speaking of movie news, I forgot. The Dark Phoenix. I know me and James talked about this, but
Yeah, we did.
The third act of The Dark Phoenix, basically the last quarter of the movie, was reshot. The Dark Phoenix was finished filming in 2017, and
Wow.
they had to go back and reshoot basically almost an hour of the movie because it resembled too closely other superhero movies. It was reported that The Dark Phoenix ended in space with a battle in space, aka the Battle of Titan, Avengers Infinity Wars, as well as the Dark Phoenix in space had fire aura around her, aka Captain Marvel. So they went in, they switched the ending of Dark Phoenix to where everything is on Earth now, as well as the Dark Phoenix no longer has a fire aura. She has like a cosmic look to her that's not fire.
It's kind of bullshit about Captain Marvel because Shazam was originally called Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
And then Marvel trademarked Captain Marvel, and they had to change their DC had to change their superhero name to Shazam.
Yeah, because I found that in an interview. I didn't realize that DC also had a person called Captain Marvel.
Yeah,
which is hilarious.
Even though Shazam was around longer than Captain Marvel.
Yep. I guess depending on who's your kind of ask like who's your true Captain Marvel.
Shazam.
It is. So that's kind of cool. Going into actual news now. Actual video game news. Did you see the thing about No Man's Sky?
No, I didn't. What's going on with No Man's Sky? Okay. So I actually really enjoyed the game. I bought that game on launch. I was super hyped for it. And that was kind of my
people
game.
Weren't.
Oh no, they weren't.
They were
but
pissed.
That was like kind of my, oh man, I had a rough day at work. I'm just gonna sit back and chill game.
So for those who don't remember what No Man's Sky is, basically it was a massive open world game that was rumored to be multiplayer. So you and your buddies can basically explore the entire universe. There was no multiplayer. And when you and your buddy finally found a planet and you knew you were on the same one, you could not see anybody else.
Yeah, didn't someone on stream do that?
What? Oh yeah, where two
Like,
people like they figured out where each other was.
yeah.
Yeah. And the companies end up refunding a lot of money because the game was not at all what it was promised to be. But fret no more. No
You'll
Man's
hear
Sky
about an update.
multiplayer has been confirmed and it'll be released summer of this year.
Nice.
Um,
You know who? So there were only like, other than me, there was only one person, two people that actually like No Man's Sky. My buddy Justin, um, and Sandy.
really?
Yeah, me and him were talking about No Man's Sky all day long.
Mike
We love
Richards
that
got
game.
it. He hated it. Um,
Yeah, I know.
but yeah, there was so many people wrong with it because it was supposed to be this massive multiplayer experience, and there was no multiplayer. So basically, you just roam the universe by yourself. And if like a Zen game, like he was saying, it's probably really fun. But a lot of people are very upset that that wasn't a thing.
Oh yeah.
Um, so it's July 24th is when No Man's Sky gets a multiplayer update. Um, and so I have a strong feeling that that game's um, they're gonna see a huge spike in purchases.
I don't know about that because they kind of already lost their the fan base.
Yeah, that's true. Apex Legends Battle Pass will be talked about at E3. At this
Oh,
point,
good.
who really cares?
Who
They're
cares?
they're gonna have weekly challenges, things like that. Kind of like what Fortnite already's been doing. So we'll see if it can do anything for the game. I highly doubt it. Um,
Probably not.
what else we got? I'll let you talk about Modern Warfare.
Okay.
Um, there
I
is
actually watched that trailer at work.
good shit. Um, uh, Mario Maker. There is a level that has been played 2.6 million
Oh
times,
yeah,
and no
and
one
no
has
one's
beat
beat
it.
it.
So
Yeah, I saw that.
essentially, you can't move Mario. You can't move the character.
But here's the thing, though. It's like, okay, so with Mario Maker, okay, the person who uploads the levels has to beat it.
Yeah, they have to beat it before they can release it to prove that it actually can be beat, which is crazy.
Yeah.
But it is said so. The owner put there you can beat it. You have a 1 in 7.5 million chance of beating it. So you tell me there's a chance.
Christ.
Yeah. So yeah, 1 in 7.5 million chances to beat it.
Wow.
And you can't move Mario at all.
Wow. Holy shit.
Yes, you watch I watched a video of it. It's fucking intense.
It's. I bet. I bet it's intense.
Yeah. So a lot of those are pretty fucking crazy, and that's kind of like a little thing, a little snippet for Super Mario Maker that's coming out here soon. Super Smash Bros gets VR support,
VR. Yep. I
which is
saw that. That's so. All it is basically you're just looking around the map while you're playing. You can look around the stage, be like,
really,
"Oh, hey, look what's up over here. What's that? What's over here?"
really.
Yeah, that's all it is.
That's fucking stupid. I love you Nintendo, but VR is not your thing.
Mm-mm.
The Xbox Game Pass has come to
Yep,
PC.
PC. Yep.
Um,
Guess I could get rid of that.
so that's kind of cool.
And the VR support for Smash.
They're gonna have over 100 games, which is pretty awesome. So we'll see how that goes. What else we got here? Let me scroll through. Why did I take so many pictures? Okay. Do you have the thing about YouTube gaming?
No, what's up with YouTube? Oh, the app closing down.
Yeah, May 30th of YouTube, which is already past May 30th, so we're kind of behind the times on that. So
We are a
YouTube
little
has
late.
shut down their gaming app, which I didn't even know they had one.
It was like Twitch.
Was it?
Yeah, it was kind of like Twitch where it just showed you the live streams of games.
So can you not stream the YouTube anymore?
No, you can. Like I'm streaming to YouTube right now, but it's not like an own separate entity.
Ah, okay, I got you.
Like if you want to go to like see someone's live stream, you have to go to their channel, you get the notifications, that kind of stuff.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Um, Minecraft is disbanding their story mode as of June 29th. You have until June 29th to save your stories, because after that, they will be gone forever.
What do you know what that means?
The story mode?
Like, yeah. Oh, so like the actual game?
Yeah, the support for story mode is ending.
Oh. So
Um,
like the Telltale game one, yeah.
yes. The game is delisting the following. Uh, um, the game's
Well,
delisting follows the disappearance of other games by Telltale Games, which is
yeah,
abruptly
well
shut down
here
last year.
yeah, well here's the thing is that rumor has it is all going to the Epic Games Store.
Well, that's kind of cool. Yeah, I can see that. So yeah, they did the same thing with Tales from the Borderlands,
Yeah.
which I didn't
And
know
like
that.
The Wolf Among Us and The Walking Dead, and there was a Game of Thrones game and
Yeah.
Sam and Max and all this kind of shit.
Um, got a couple more things, and it's all you Pokemon Go developers. They are ending support for the
Oh,
Apple Watch.
oh, there's support for the Apple Watch?
I guess so. I didn't know, but yeah, July 21st, you can no longer um, link your Pokemon Go to your Apple Watch.
Hmm.
Players couldn't play the full game from the watch. It connected to their phone and displayed how far they needed to walk before hatching eggs, shows
Huh.
how many experience points they earned, and would alert them when a Pokemon or Pokestops were near.
Huh, that's pretty cool. So I guess people want to go with they want them to buy the band,
Yeah,
I guess.
so that's kind of cool. The band though, you can't see what's going on. You just hit the button,
Mm-hmm.
which I used to have.
Really?
I had it. I still have it. I don't know where it's at though. I thought it was the
It's
coolest
in a
fucking
box
thing in the
somewhere.
world.
It's in a box somewhere.
Whenever my phone or my wrist would. The shitty thing about it though, you literally have to leave the game open in your pocket at all times.
Yeah, that's kind of shitty, but I mean, it did have like a pocket mode where it would be like, completely blacked out,
Yeah,
so you don't drain too much battery life.
still killed a lot of your
You got
battery
an
though.
OLED display. Yeah, oh yeah.
Because for the Apple, I mean for the Pokemon Watch, the Go, it would vibrate when a Pokemon is near. You hit the button and then it would flash green saying you caught it. Um, but you had to leave the game open on your phone. But yeah, the pocket mode was there, but it still fucking killed the shit out of your battery.
Oh yeah.
Um, last two things. Google Play, the Play Store, now requires every developer to disclose the odds of what you can win in loot crates.
Good.
Apple is also doing the same thing, where they have to release the odds of receiving items in loot boxes.
That's good. Like,
Um,
I mean, because I know the shit with like Belgium where it's banned, and like how there's rulings going on right now where there's a law coming through that
Yep.
might ban it here in the U.S. Because it's just shitty, man.
Yeah.
Loot boxes are so scummy.
So yeah, and that's in relate. The reason why they're doing that is to kind of get ahead of this ever anticipating anti-ban for loot boxes.
Yeah.
So they're
Well,
making developers release the odds.
Didn't we talk about it last week where Nintendo took 2 games off of their store in Belgium?
Yep.
Because of the loot boxes.
Yep, and they didn't want to get sued.
Animal Crossing Pocket Camp and Fire Emblem Heroes.
Yep. Yeah, they didn't want to. They don't want to get sued, because the ban in Belgium fines companies $100,000 a week until they remove them.
Yeah, every week.
Which is insane.
Mm-hmm. 10 weeks, and there you go. That's $1 million right there that you lost. That's a lot of money. Like, I don't care who you are, but that's still a lot of money for a company.
Oh, anybody.
For funsies.
Yeah, just to randomly lose $1 million out of nowhere.
Like, imagine if you owned a multi-billion-dollar business, and like,
You look at the books and it says you just pissed away $1 million for no reason. I'd be pissed. So, and we'll see what happens in the ever coming weeks about um this this ban. So we'll see. What you got, James?
All right, so Call of Duty released a trailer.
Sure did.
For a video game, their new Call of Duty game. It's called Modern Warfare.
Bam.
Because of course it is.
Not Modern Warfare. Not Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. Just Call of Duty Modern Warfare.
Modern Warfare. I like the Modern Warfare series. I think they have really good stories.
Yeah,
I thoroughly enjoy them. It is coming out October 25th. I'm sure we're going to see more of it at E3. That's what, next week, right?
It starts the 10th, yeah. So next Sunday's
and the press conferences are before that.
Yeah.
Because they're like a little bit before the actual show.
Yeah, so we'll have some big.
Be a fucking like 5-hour episode.
Yep. So the next 2 weeks are gonna be big. So make sure you guys you tune in.
Other news with Modern Warfare: there is no season pass.
Oh, which is huge.
And all the maps will be free. The maps, of course, are coming because they still have an agreement with Sony. All the new maps are coming to PS4 first.
Yep.
Captain Price is back, so that's pretty cool. No one cares. And the big news of it is that it's going to have crossplay between the PC and consoles.
Bam!
So we're finally going to be able to play against those whiny kids on Xbox Live.
Heck yeah, man.
So that's gonna be an experience.
You dumb MFer, blah 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 blah.
I fucked your mother.
Meh.
All right, Walker, are we buying this? Are we gonna buy this?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll buy it.
Yes, we will.
We talked about Xbox Game Pass coming to PC. You talked about VR support for Smash Bros. You guys know what time it is. It's a new month. So that means new free games. Hey. So, your games with gold, if you have an Xbox Live Gold membership, your games with gold your games with gold this month on June 1st, so yesterday, you get NHL 19 and Portal for free right now.
That's pretty good.
And puzzle solving.
That's pretty good. I never played Portal. I heard it was good though.
I hear it's good too. I had the orange box for a little bit. I rented it a few times. June 16th, you get Rivals of the Aether, which is an indie fighting game. And then you also get Earth Defense Force 2017. You remember our times playing Earth Defense Force, Walker?
Heck yeah, man.
It's
fucking
big
ass bugs.
Yep. And then, so that is your Xbox Live games with gold. With your PlayStation Plus games, you have Borderlands the Hamsum Collection, which I actually just bought not too long ago.
And of course, it's free now.
And Sonic Mania. So that's pretty cool. So I definitely would give it to Microsoft on that one. Portal is a pretty good game, and so is Earth Defense Force. I like that. That's my kind of game. Earth Defense Force. So also in other news, guys, ladies and gentlemen, we had an announcement from God himself, Hideo Kojima. He showed off a new trailer for the highly anticipated Death Stranding.
I've seen that.
Oh boy, did I get the goosebumps while watching that. I will give that man. So, all right, I've been trying. Walker, I have been trying to pre-order this game at work because the collector's edition. at work because I do not feel like shelling out $200 right now. I am going to have a new thing on my shelf, hopefully, soon.
Good.
And it is going to be a baby lamp on this shelf for everyone to see.
I like it.
It takes place in the U.S. because they mention America a lot. You got some motorcycles you could drive around in, vroom vroom. One of the cool things they showed off, and then one of the things that Kojima said, that kind of reminds me of things like Skyrim and Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild a little bit. Kojima was like, yeah, you see that mountain over there? You can climb it. No problem. You can just go over there, no problem. So one of the things that you can use to explore the environment is you can take out a ladder and place it horizontally, or not horizontally, like diagonally up on like a ledge or something and climb up it.
Yeah.
And same with like other things like a zip line and like not zip line, like a rappel rope.
Okay, I got you.
To traverse the environment.
Yeah.
It's a very big open world. It looks like stealth is going to be a huge part of it, just like the Metal Gear games.
That's awesome.
The bad guys seem to run away during the rain. And what it looks like is they kind of showed it off a little bit during the other trailers, the earlier trailers, is that not only are you going to have to fight these other people, like other like not humans but other like NPCs.
Yeah.
Like human character NPCs, but you're also going to have to fight these monsters. I forget what they're called. BTs, I think. BTs.
Okay.
And the thing about the BTs is that you cannot see them.
Go figure.
All you could do is like sense them. Your main character can only sense them. He just cannot see them. So you see like footprints in the ground.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. And boy, does it have an illustrious cast. So you got Norman Reedus from, The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
And 1/3 of the Hideo Kojima super trio. You got Mads Mikkelsen, who was like the main villain in like James Bond's Skyfall.
Yeah.
007 Skyfall.
Great movie.
Who's a great actor, by the way. He's part 2 of the Hideo Kojima friend triangle, or I guess it would be a square diamond, because he has like 3 really good friends. Leah Sorde, she played Belle in Beauty and the Beast.
Okay.
Margaret Qualley, she was Amelia Cutter in The Nice Guys. You have the final member of the Hideo Kojima Friends Squad, Guillermo del Toro, in it. The director of Pan's Labyrinth, and Shape of Water, and also worked on Pacific Rim, the original. You have Nicholas Winding Refn. He was the writer of Drive, is going to be in the game.
Okay, that's a good movie.
Tommy Earl Jenkins, he's the narrator of Roots, the new Roots series, or the latest Roots series, I should say. Lindsay Wagner, she's Jamie Summers from The Bionic Woman. So that TV show from the 70s.
Yeah.
The spinoff of $1 Million Man. The character design is by Yoji Shinkawa. He worked at Konami Forever, Jump Ship to work for Kojima Productions. He did a lot of the mech designs for things like Zone of the Enders, and did a lot of the character designs for the Metal Gear series.
Yeah.
And you got the man, the myth, the legend, the guy that is in literally everything. Troy Baker. Most famously known for his role as Joel from The Last of Us.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Countless other things. Like his IMDb page is a novel. He's also going to be in it. So this is a 5-star cast.
That is really good.
And the big news is it's coming out November 8th.
Really?
So rumor was going around that it might be a PS4, like a PS5 launch title that also came out on the PS3 or PS4, kind of like how Metal Gear Solid 5 was, where it came out on both. No, it's coming out on PS4 on November 8th. So, boy howdy, I'm buying that shit immediately.
412 different people.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. Like, Kojima has the unlimited money of Sony. Pretty much, Sony was like, here's a check. Here's a blank check. Make this game.
He's Vincent from Catherine. That's kind of cool.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Troy Baker is in everything. Him and
whatever his name is from Shin, one of the bad guys is Mortal Kombat 11.
Shang Tsung.
Yeah, Shang Tsung. There you go.
Yeah, he is in pretty much him and Matt Mercer are basically in everything. If you have played a video game, they are in it.
Plays Batman a lot.
Yep.
Spider-Man plays a lot of superheroes.
Oh yeah.
Uncharted. Samuel Drake.
Yep.
That's awesome.
He was Sam.
That's crazy.
How he got the role with Joel, is because he had such good relations with Naughty Dog.
That's awesome.
But yeah, so it's man, let me tell you that that money that Sony gave him being put to use.
Rolling.
Damn
He's rolling.
Yeah,
up.
I mean this dude is like, he is a money printing machine, Hideo Kojima. I mean, he fucking made Metal Gear. For Christ's sake.
He's in Final Fantasy 13.
Yeah. He's what was that guy? The guy with the skull cap.
Snow.
Yeah, the guy with the skull cap.
Yep.
I do not know how I remember that. I do not
awesome.
know how drunk me can remember that.
Lightning Returns, the shitty of the three, but I digress.
I probably couldn't remember that when I was sober.
That's awesome.
Other news. Gears of War 5. Gears of War 5, the highly, highly anticipated new entry in the Gears series, not only is coming to Xbox One, but it's coming to Steam.
Nice.
So it's going to be available on Steam whenever that decides to come out. They'll probably announce a release date at E3.
I know Microsoft said they want to partner with Steam and start releasing more games onto the platform.
Well, because their Microsoft store sucks.
Yeah, it's awful.
Yeah, and, you know, Epic Games. I mean, you can do it on Epic Games, but Epic Games, we talked about it last week.
Yep.
The Epic Games launcher is even worse than the Microsoft store. Walker, you talk. I gotta go I gotta go again.
You got a tinkle?
You know it. I've been drinking.
So I'm just looking up some of the people here who've been in a bunch of different video games. This is actually pretty cool. Mark Hamill obviously was a big one. He played the Joker in many different ones. But let's look it up. Let's see what we get here. Let's see your video game voice actors. Bam. Top 20 male actors. Let's see what we got here. Troy Baker, Steve Blum. Who are you, Sir Steve? Maybe. If it wants to load. Come on. Nope. It don't want to load. Ah. Yeah, they also. Give me 1 second here. Let's see something here. Video game news. Oh, that bill. Oh, I got nothing. Shut up, James. James is a bitch.
Fuck you, asshole.
Sorry, I didn't see you there.
Okay, let's keep going on, shall we?
Let's get it.
Nintendo, well, actually, the Pokemon Company had a press conference in Hong Kong this week. They showed off a lot of, they talked about some interesting stuff coming out. One of which is a new Detective Pikachu game coming out for the Switch. It's a direct sequel to the 3DS game.
Yeah, it is.
So that's pretty cool. Didn't get a chance to play the 3DS game, so hey, I get to play it on my Switch. They talked about a new Pokemon game coming out in the Chinese and Hong Kong markets. I forget what that one's called, but that's probably not going to get a Western release.
No.
Probably going to be an MMO. They also talked about two things.
One's going to be epic.
You got Pokemon Sleep. So it tracks your sleep.
Another way for the government to watch you.
And it works with a new peripheral. And I'm gonna pop it up on my stream right now. But it's called the Pokemon Go. You remember the Pokemon Go Plus? The Pokeball that you got
On your
no,
arm.
that was the
that
the wrist.
Yeah, that was the wristband, the one you press and you catch the Pokemon.
Yeah. So you remember that? Well, this is called the Pokemon Go Plus.
Bum,
So I'll
ba-da,
pop
bum.
this up so everyone can see it on my stream. Here. So this is the Pokemon Go Plus. It boy howdy. Let me tell you, what a stupid name.
It's double the plus. That's why it's so much better.
You know, double positive is negative, right? But what a stupid name that is. The Pokemon Go Plus. Could you imagine, like, Christmas time, okay? All right? Your child, and or children's are like, Mommy, Daddy, can I get a Pokemon Go Plus? And then your immediate thought is going to be like, my God, my kids are stupid. They say plus twice. How are they ever going to get into a good college? But no, they're actually not stupid in that sense.
Nope.
It's the actual legitimate thing. So it's going to track your sleep and some shit. I have no one knows. No one
Basically, it's a way for you to be excited to wake up in the morning.
No.
That's what it
You know
says.
what I'm excited for? You know what I'm excited for? To get to bed. I'm excited to get to bed. Now wake up.
How will it help me when I fall asleep?
Yeah, how will it help you when you fall asleep?
It says, the funny answer. We're not sure exactly how Pokemon sleep. We'll use in-game characters to help you get drowsy, perhaps with music, or a grayscale filter. Will Pokemon Sleep work on my phone, and how do I use it? Once you have Pokemon Sleep app on your phone, you'll use your Bluetooth to pair it to the Pokemon Go Plus device. The Pokemon Go Plus device will lie beside you while you sleep and send your sleep patterns to your phone when you wake up. What is the difference between the Pokemon Go and the Pokemon Go Plus Plus? It'll do everything the Pokemon Go Plus does, plus it tracks your sleep. You'll be able to use it to track your sleep and also catch Pokemon.
Why couldn't have they just named it the Pokemon Go Plus 2.0?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's a better name.
It's $35, rumored. It's rumored to be out in 2020. Is the app free? Pokemon Go is free with the in-app purchases available. There'll be a good chance that Pokemon Sleep will be the same thing.
Probably.
What kind of pocket monsters will I see? Pikachu has been in several promo images, but we're hoping all of our other favorites will be in the game as well.
If it doesn't have
Snorlax.
No. Fuck Snorlax. If it doesn't have Jigglypuff, I'm done.
Sing you to sleep.
Jigglypuff,
Jigglypuff.
It's perfect. It writes itself.
It really does.
If there's a prefecture in Japan that could use Geodude as its mascot for its town,
That's true.
I'm sure they could have just used Jigglypuff to be the mascot for this game, not Snorlax. It makes more sense.
They're also working on the company is working on Pokemon Sleep. It's developed by Select Button. They're also working on a game called Pokemon Magikarp Jump.
What?
Yeah. I don't know. Let me see what this is. I just saw this. Pokemon Magikarp Jump.
All right, go for it.
Let's see what we got here.
It's a Flappy Bird's clone.
It's on your Google Play Store.
Is it?
Yeah.
What's it called again?
It's called Pokemon Magikarp Jump.
Shit, it is. Oh, yeah.
I don't know what this is.
Well, you keep talking. Keep talking. I'm downloading it right now.
Many surprises lay in store when this pathetic Pokemon, but don't worry, it'll just keep jumping and jumping until it can jump no more. What kind of game is this? Simple controls let everyone easily raise many generations of Magikarp. Tap the food that appears on the screen to feed your Magikarp, or have a complete training to increase its jump power. It's easy to do, and with each generation you raise, the next generation grows even faster.
God, why do you want my birth year?
Discover all types of Magikarp and show your friends. In this app, you can fish all kinds of Magikarp with unusual patterns and polka dots, like Pikachu and Pillup.
Mayor Carp. So I have it up on my phone. You can't see it.
Yeah, there you go.
I downloaded it. So we're gonna do something that no other podcast has done before.
It's got a 4.8 stars out of 5.
Everybody raised Magikarps around here. All right, we're gonna take a look at a mobile game live on the Level Unlock podcast here.
Heck yeah, man.
I have to win all 8 leagues.
With just your Magikarp?
Just with a Magikarp, learn how to jump. This dude has got the Mad J's, dude. Has the Mad Jordans.
After you train your Magikarp to its fullest potential and it loses a match, it will retire. When what happens, you'll start over with a new generation of Magikarp. But not all progress is lost. Your new Pokemon will start off with a little bit stronger than your last one.
Holy shit, I fished up a Magikarp!
Keep training every Magikarp until you make it to the top of one of the in-game tournament ladders.
I am already bored.
You can buy coins to make it stronger faster and feed it.
Food Boost JP.
Oh, I just cracked my ankle. That really hurt.
Alright, so basically, here we go. I pretty much just tap the screen and have Magikarp go and eat shit. Eat different berries.
Really?
Right now, yeah, that's at least my objective right now. Just so he can become a fat boy.
Get him strong.
Training. Yeah, pretty much.
Eh.
Alright, that's enough for that. But yeah, so okay. That's interesting. They also announced not only Pokemon Sleep, Pokemon Go Sleep. They also announced Pokemon Home Cloud Service.
Yes.
So it's a way to link up all of your Pokemon stuff from the Pokemon Bank for the 3DS games to Pokemon Go and the new Pokemon Sword and Shield and Let's Go Eevee and Pikachu all together. So you could it's basically like Pokemon Bank if you're familiar with the 3DS games.
Yep.
Where if you have a bunch of 3DS games, you could plop Pokemon everywhere. But this will let you transfer them over consoles and even devices. So if you catch something cool in Pokemon Go on your phone, you can then transfer it over to something like Sword and Shield.
Okay.
Or if you catch something, if you have like a legendary, a shiny Kyogre in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire on the Nintendo 3DS, you can then swap that over to Sword and Shield if you want it.
That's kind of cool.
And I can imagine it also works with certain things like swapping from like 3DS games to Pokemon Go. I would imagine at least.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So that's coming in the near future. I'm sure, like with Pokemon Bank, they have a fee.
Yeah, you gotta pay for it.
It's like $5 a year.
Now it's more than that. It's a monthly thing, I'm pretty sure.
I didn't think so. Here, let's take a look. Let's research a little bit. Walker research a little bit. I'll have a beer.
Hey, bitch. Pokemon Bank cost. $5 a year. You're right.
What was that?
$5 a year.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so that's like nothing.
Yep. You are correct. It's free for 30 days and $5 a year after that.
So I can imagine that this is going to be right around the price.
Probably. Probably.
Oh yeah. So then, speaking of Nintendo, we got some news about Super Mario Maker 2.
Yeah.
It's going to have multiplayer, of course, which we talked about last week. And remember how they, like, I said that you would be able to play with your friends online? Yeah, that's a dirty lie.
Bitches.
So, if you play Mario Maker 2 multiplayer, it will link you with randos. Just random people. Not with your friends. You can't just make a lobby with your friends, but with random people.
I wonder if they'll change that down the road, if they get a lot of backlash.
Probably. I could see them changing that before the game even comes out.
Yeah, I can see that too.
They've been getting a lot of backlash recently about that.
Oh, it makes sense. You get that game, you want to play it with your friends. It's a cool concept.
Exactly.
Oh, by the way, you can't play with your friends. You just play with random ass people.
Exactly. And that's it. So, shall we take a look at releases?
We shall.
All right. Let's coming up on the games this week. We got Persona Q2, the new Cinema Labyrinth, coming out for the 3DS on the 4th. You have The Elder Scrolls Online Elsewhere coming out on the PC and PS4 on the Trover Saves the Universe, the new hot PSVR game, or the new hot VR game coming out on the PC on the The Savior Gang.
I've seen some kind of cool. What the hell is the Savior game? I see that on here. What the fuck?
It looks like Jesus.
It does. And then next to it's Elfie.
Yeah.
The fuck?
Journey comes out on the PC on the 6th. That was the hot PlayStation indie game. Octopath Traveler comes out on the 7th on the PC. Hell yeah.
The Savior Gang, a self-proclaimed savior, must travel through numerous ancestral locations, guiding his worshippers to reach the Promised Land. The numerous dangers in these locations present will make it very difficult for those who worship to survive.
Yeah, it's a game about Jesus.
It's kind of cool.
It's a game about Jeebus.
The concept is cool, not the everything else.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's it for.
The Dark Phoenix comes out this Friday, as well as The Secret Life of Pets 2.
Woo!
That'd be
I
kind of
watched
cool.
The Pets while I was down in Cranberry. It was on.
That's not a bad movie. The Secret Life of Pets, the first one.
I had it in the background. I just didn't care.
It's funny. Next week, the Catfish season 12 of season 8 premieres. Woo!
The what? The what? I'm sorry. What?
Catfish.
The fuck is Catfish?
When you like sign up for like a dating app, and like I sign up. See, I sign up for like a dating app, and I say I'm this like celebrity model hot chick, and I start messaging somebody. And guys and a bunch of people start messaging me, and they want to meet me and things like that. I'm catfishing them. That's what it's called.
Oh, that's a TV show?
Yeah. Yeah, people reach out to these two guys to basically research somebody that they think they're being catfished by. They say they've been talking to this person for 5 years, but the person never wants to meet. So now they reach out to these guys to like investigate, and at the end of the show they end up meeting. And some of the times the person's real and they were just really shy. A lot of the other times there was not. There was one episode of Catfish that.
All right, before you even say another word, is this a show either on VH1 or MTV?
It's on MTV.
Fucking knew it.
It's on MTV. 100% on MTV.
I knew it.
This one chick was pretending to be Machine Gun Kelly, and the rapper Machine Gun Kelly, MGK.
Okay.
If you look him up, you'll know exactly who it is. I know you've probably heard of some of his songs.
All right, let's take a look here. Pop up. Let's throw this on stream real quick.
So she was pretending to be Machine Gun Kelly, and this random girl thought Kelly.
Kelly.
This random girl thought she was messaging Machine Gun Kelly, and Machine Gun Kelly thought that this girl was like in love with her and stuff. I mean, this girl thought Machine Gun like loved her and everything, and it was all fake. Some of them are kind of stupid, like I don't know.
I have no idea who this man is.
Oh, whatever. Type bad things. Type in Machine Gun Kelly bad things. You'll know the song.
Oh well, I'm not gonna play it during stream.
Yeah. But yeah, it's some of the episodes are stupid. Like how does a random chick think a celebrity rapper likes her? So like some of them are kind of dumb.
I don't know about that. Pro Jared was doing that shit all the time.
That's true. So, but essentially that's what it is. But well, ladies and gentlemen, I got nothing else. What about you, James?
I got nothing else either. Does
Me and
anyone
you.
have any questions? It's only like 12:30 here.
I got no one watching, unfortunately. So with that being said, if you are listening after the fact, make sure you utilize our email, levelunlockpodcast@gmail.com.
Have you even checked the email recently?
I have. I check it all the time.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I check her all the time. Um, so yeah, make sure you are utilizing that email, asking us questions, comments, concerns, thoughts, topics you want us to bring up, whatever it may be. Making sure you let us know. And what about your people, James? Do you guys have anybody watching you? Questions, issues, concerns, anything like that?
Just someone saying, "Don't click the red room."
There you go.
And
So
that is
I have no
that
idea what
is
that
not
is.
drunk me.
Don't press the go button.
Don't press the go button.
So I
Don't
got
click the
nothing
red room.
else. Um,
I mean, I can, but it sounds like absolute dog shit. But I can't.
there we
Okay,
go.
it sounds better now.
There we go. Uh, Me and you, 2 hours by ourselves. I like it. 2.5
Two and a
hours.
half.
So, uh, I think that's an episode. So,
All
as
right.
myself, Mr. Jeremy, Walker, Captain underscore Geach 15, Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube.
Oh, wait. Hold
What?
on. What's coming up? What's coming up? What's coming out?
Oh yes.
Streaming?
On that, on those platforms that I just said, I'm gonna be playing some GTA. I'm really really, there's nothing on PlayStation right now that's truly interesting unless Miller wants to play, and then I'll play Call of Duty or whatever. Um, but for the most part, I think I'm gonna start playing some GTA Online with whoever is down to play. James, you, Nate, Fladry, I know has been wanting to play, so it's fun. I never got to play the online version before. Even
Yeah.
though I had the game when it came online, but I didn't know anybody who had a PS4 to play online with.
Yeah.
So the one time I played it, I'm like, okay, this is kind of boring by yourself. You can do missions and stuff by yourself, but it's way more fun to do it with other people. Um, so
Oh
pretty
yeah,
much
no, it's
that.
definitely a lot more.
Um,
I played that shit on PS.
so I'm gonna be probably playing a decent amount of that with the boys here when I can. Nicole, unfortunately, today starts her 6 day a week for the next 3 week shifts, 12 hours a day. So I'm gonna play when I can and kick ass and take names like I always do. So I'll be playing that.
There you go.
What about you, James? What do you? Oh, I'm also gonna try to figure out the role playing servers too. I do want to get into that because
One
it's
of these
fun,
days.
but it's just fucking time consuming to figure it out. So what
It is.
about you, James? Where can they find you? What are you playing? What are you doing?
Oh well, if you like my streams and you like waking up around 11 Eastern Standard Time, you can watch me play Days Gone.
Sure can.
So I'm actually gonna be streaming. Well, technically today.
Couple hours.
Yeah, in about 10 hours, I'm gonna be streaming some Days Gone or so. Both today and tomorrow, I'm gonna be streaming, and then I also have off Thursday and Friday. I'll probably play Thursday and then a little bit of Friday. Stream a little bit more. But you can watch me stream that on twitch.tv/People I Hate Studios, as well as youtube.com/People I Hate Studios. If you don't want to watch me stream Days Gone,
Then fuck yourself.
You can watch me and my friends, me and my one buddy play Yakuza 0, Samurai Warriors 4 Empire, or Resident Evil 4. That's on every Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday on youtube.com/People I Hate Studios. And if you would like to see what I'm doing with my life, see how drunk I'm getting, follow me at People I Hate 10 on Twitter. And I'm also on like Mixer and shit.
Can we get a W's in the chat for the win for Mr. James?
Okay, get some W's chat.
W. So
I still have some beer left, so I'm gonna finish that off.
titties. So once again, thank you for everyone hanging out. The Level Unlock Podcast, episode 18, will be available tomorrow. Everywhere podcasts are available. Level Unlock Podcast, your place for video game news, fun, and pure randomness. As always, follow us on Twitter at what, James?
LVL Unlocked Pod. That's at LVL Unlocked Pod. Submit your questions there, too.
Boom. Email levelunlockpodcast@gmail.com, levelunlockpodcast.podbean.com. Come find us. Come love us.
It tastes like shit.
That's amazing. It's probably been sitting there. It's probably warm as shit and probably skunked.
Oh, it's not great. It's skunked.
Ew, that's disgusting. And thank you for everyone for the 250 downloads over 18 episodes, 17 episodes. Let's get over 300
by next
week. It's 50 downloads in 1 week.
Let's do it.
Let's make it fucking happen. Beautiful. You guys are beautiful. Everyone's beautiful. Thank you. And have a good night. Good night, James.
You have a good night, too.